What's up guys, Brett Medlock here, and obviously you can tell I'm not at my normal set, and I'm sorry if the sound quality isn't that great because I'm in my kitchen, it's kind of echoey, but I'm still trying to get the lighting and everything great down there, and it just doesn't look that good right now, so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to come upstairs and shoot. So anyway, today I wanted to talk about Capcom and just how far they've come over the past few years after it seemed like they were on a downward slope when it came to like putting out quality games and financials and just like fan feedback with its games and everything. But it really seemed like they turned things around with the release of Resident Evil 7, which initially I think caught a lot of people's eye because first off they shifted things to first person, it was way more horror focused and a lot more Metroidvania than the newer games. It was basically like an open mini world Metroidvania game, and it was a really great game. I really liked it. I wasn't a fan of the first person, and I don't think a lot of people were, but it gave us the horror Resident Evil game that we were all wanting, and then they went even further with it with the Resident Evil 2 remake. So I'll get to that later, but yeah, Resident Evil 7 was like a new Capcom who were finally listening to their fans and giving people the classic Resident Evil horror game that they were all wanting. Now my timeline with these Capcom games might be a bit out of order, but not long after Resident Evil 7, they gave us Monster Hunter World on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and this game really blew up, and it's surprisingly Capcom's best-selling game. I would have never expected that in a million years. Like, the Monster Hunter series always had its audience in Japan, but I did not expect it to capture an American audience like it did with Monster Hunter World, which I believe it sold like over 11 million copies already, which is absolutely crazy. And honestly, I think they were really surprised by it as well. And then of course they brought another Monster Hunter game to Switch, the one that was on 3DS. They knew that it would probably thrive on Switch, and I believe that it has sold over 3 million copies between 3DS and Switch, which is also pretty great. Obviously not Monster Hunter World numbers, but still a big deal nonetheless. Then they finally brought back Mega Man with Mega Man 11, and I know there are a lot of Mega Man fans who weren't really a fan of it, but overall the general consensus is that it's a great game and that you should probably play it if you do like Mega Man games. I know there are some hardcore Mega Man fans who really despise the changes that they made, but overall they made a good game. They finally brought back Mega Man in some capacity because they were really ignoring him for years. I think it's because they had like bad blood with like one of the creators. I don't know. It seemed kind of petty. It got like no recognition on like his 20-year anniversary and stuff like that. So that really surprised me that they were kind of treating him like that. But I'm glad they finally let the Blue Bomber shine a little bit in Smash Bros. 4. And then years later they would give us Mega Man 11. So kudos to Capcom for finally giving fans another Mega Man game. Now I also forgot to mention that Street Fighter V, while I'm not a big fighting game fan, it still has a huge audience. And of course there's like the esports side of things where the game still thrives today. They're still updating Street Fighter V, I believe, like very regularly, so that's really good on them. I love that they're able to bring us these new experiences that are smaller, kind of like the Resident Evil 2 remake, which I'll get to, and then they're able to give us these experiences that are ongoing, that constantly change, like Monster Hunter World, like Street Fighter V. I love the diversity in their games collection that they've been offering lately. And speaking of the diverse collection of games they've been offering, they're also bringing back classic games that fans love, like Okami HD, the Street Fighter Anniversary, the Beatemups Bundle, and of course Onimusha. They're giving us all types of their classic games on the latest generation consoles, which is really awesome. And the Mega Man collections, which also have been selling great, so it's just really awesome seeing this company thrive like once again, and I'm so proud of how far they've come. And it seems like they're not letting a game get out the door unless it's great, which is like the opposite of a lot of publishers out there, EA. But anyway, now their biggest upcoming game, Devil May Cry 5, that'll really be the test. Are they still continuing to let only great games get out the door? And I honestly think it's going to be great. I played the demo and I thought it was fantastic. And I've barely played any of the past Devil May Cry games, but that one feels great, it looks great, and I'm really excited to play it. I know I'm jumping in at a weird time since not really knowing much about the characters, but they've said that it's a good game for newcomers to come in and play, so I'm excited to check that game out as well. But what I've been leading up to after all this is the Resident Evil 2 remake that I thought was amazing. I did a review on my other channel, PlayStation Enthusiast, and I'll be sure to link that at the end of this video. But yeah, they've just been a company that's honing in on what they're good at. They're letting developers have long development cycles to work on these games, which is fantastic. How long ago did they announce the Resident Evil 2 remake? Like 4 years ago or something like that? They let the team just keep working on the game until they thought it was good enough to release, which is a nice change of pace when it comes to big like publishers. Like I said, there's very little publishers that will let games just incubate until they're ready to go. So Capcom, thank you so much for giving us these great great games for the past few years. I'm so proud of this company. Cannot wait for Resident Evil 8. I hope these rumors are true about Resident Evil 8 because it sounds awesome, and I'm going to do a video about that as well on my other channel, PlayStation Enthusiast. So be sure to check that out. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Be sure to let me know what you think about Capcom down in the comment section below. Are you as proud as I am of this company? Because I'm really excited for their future and what possible games we could see in the coming years. See you guys later.